Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about you coming up with your own equations, and we're going to be getting our information from lesson 7.5 and 7.6. So we're going to be talking about writing exponential equations. Of course, we aren't going to stop by writing them. We're actually going to use those equations to help us solve things. So writing exponential equations from charts and graphs. Now, we are going to do a part 2 in class, which is going to be a foldable, and it's going to kind of review the information as well. Okay, so first and foremost, we start with the basics. Y equals AB to the x power. Okay, so what I'm going to do is write a table next to this. So let's do... underneath it, let's do that. So let's say we have a small little table of x versus y. We only have two ordered pairs because 2 is all it takes. And one of them that you want to take is going to be the one where the x is a 0. So this is definitely one we want to use, and then another one. Generally speaking, I tend to use positives, just makes it a little bit easier. So, first things first. The Y-intercept is going to be the A value. So in this case, A equals 5. So over to the right here, I'm going to start filling in the equation with values. So 5 is going to go in for the A spot. Next, I'm going to remember that y equals ab to the x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the second ordered pair, and I'm going to put in the y value in the y spot. A is going to go into its place. And then we're going to put b, and then we're going to put the x coordinate in the x spot. Okay, so then we're going to try to solve this. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. I'm going to do symmetric property, and I get b squared equals 9. And then I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So since 9 is a perfect square, what times itself equals 9? And the answer would be 3. So we get b equals 3. So I'm going to outline that in orange, and I'm going to put it over here. So now we get a 3, and then we're going to use the x. Okay, so that would be the equation for this particular problem. All right, so let's write down what we did. So step 1, we're going to find the a value. By substituting in the y coordinates, or actually, we're going to look by, try that again. Find the a by substituting in the y-intercept. Now remember what we're looking for is this ordered pair, 0 and then a y. So that's going to be where x is 0, okay? So that's going to be the first thing we did. The second thing we did is we're going to find b by substituting in, and it has to be another pair of coordinates, another pair of coordinates, and the a, and the a into y equals ab to the x power, and solve for b. Okay, now this can come from a graph, this can come from a chart, but this is the process that we're going to use every time. So I'm going to show you with two graphs, and then when we do the foldable together, then you'll see it that way. So I'm going to go to the next page, so I've got a lot of room to work, and I think what I'd like to do is add some graph paper. Nope, let's do small. Okay. So let's look at some graphs. So you should still be writing on your first page. Okay, so I'm going to draw a graph. This is X, this is Y. Arrow caps. And we want to get up to 4, 6, 8, 10, 16. Oh, didn't go far enough. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Didn't get exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to lower this. So 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. There we go. That'll work better. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay. So the way my graph is going to go is I'm going to kind of put in some key numbers. Oh, I should put some X's in there, huh? Yep, that would be helpful. So this is -2 and this is +2. Now again, what you're going to be looking for is on the graph 2 points that cross at integer values. Okay, it'd be helpful to find the well, let's see, I think that's a little too high. I'm going to change that a little bit. Let's erase this. And let's erase the dot. Try this again. So let's see, we got a half, and then about like that. Okay, so again, let's sketch it in. Now you should be able to see that as the x's increase, the y's increase. So this would be considered a growth, which means we should get a b value that's an integer value that's greater than 1. Or, yeah, greater than 1. Okay, so the two key players are going to be here, where y equals 1/2, and here, the ordered pair 2, 14. Okay, so I'm going to do the work below it. So we're going to start with y equals ax, sorry, try that again, b to the x. Okay, so this guy right here, the y value, that's the same as the a value. So that's going to go here. And then we're going to take these coordinates and we're going to substitute them in for x and y. So what does that give us? 14 equals 1/2. So my a value can be a fraction. And it just has to be positive. And then my b is going to be 14. Or no, sorry, my b is going to be b. My x is going to be, I did that backwards, didn't I? No, I did it. I'm just saying it backwards. Oy. We get a 2. Okay. So then what we're going to do is multiply both sides by 2. And I'm going to use my symmetric property. And we're going to get b squared equals 28. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to actually, if we don't get a number that's a perfect square, we are going to estimate, okay? Estimate. So we're going to say that 28 is approximately the same as 25. So we're going to estimate to nearest perfect square. Okay, so then we're going to solve this problem. B squared is equal approximately to 25. Take the square root of both sides, and we get B equals 5. So, putting that all together, we would get y equals 1/2 times b to the x power, 5 to the x power. Okay, so that's how we're going to do this. So let me go back up here and remind us of the steps. Number 1, find the y-intercept, and that's going to equal to your a value. Next, find a second pair, or second set of coordinates, or second point. And the key is with integer values. Okay? Oh, why did I write B? I don't know. I don't know anything about me much anymore. There we go. Okay, let's try another one. Let's go up to same sort of scale. Let me do this over a little bit more. I'm going to count a little differently. Let's see. Nope, got to do this a little bit smaller. Okay. So 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. There we go. X, Y, 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you have any leftover graphs, this would be good, or print them out yourselves. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mark oops, I went weird spot. Couple points, and we're going to mark point here, here, and we're going to go a little further. And one more point. Here. So these will be pretty easy to find. Now what you should notice is that this is a decay, because as our x's are getting bigger, our y's are getting smaller. So some choices that we have is, we know this point is at 0, 2. This next point is at negative 1, 4. And this next point is at negative 4, 16. Okay? So you can choose which one you want to use, and I'm going to suggest the smaller the better. So I'm going to obviously work with this one to get my A value, and then I'm going to use this one to help me figure out the B value. Okay, so we start with the formula, y equals AB to the x. We start by substituting in 2 for the A. And then the second point we're going to add in would be the coordinates. So I'm going to have the 4 for the y. We still have the 2 for the A. The B is still going to be B. Oops, sorry, let's make him black. and then the x is going to be a -1. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to get the b alone, so we're going to divide by 2, and then we're going to use the symmetric property, and we have b to the -first power is equal to 2. So this is how we're going to deal with this. Remember, we're solving for b. So b to the -1st is 1 over b, and that equals 2. Now, I have a fraction on the left, so let's create a fraction on the right. I'm going to multiply both sides by b, and I get b equals, 1 equals 2b. So then I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and I'm going to use the symmetric property and get b equals 1/2. So in conclusion, I get y equals, and that makes sense, I get a fraction for b because it is a decay. I'm going to have 2 times the quantity 1/2 to the x power. Okay, and the rest we will do in our foldable. All right, see you soon. Bye now.